Hello, I'm Monica Price and you're watching Cuppa TV. Joining me today is a full-time mum of 8, TV personality Marie Buchan, who comes to share her story. Also, I'm joined by young singer-songwriter Amy Pugh, who'll be singing her first single, Butterfly. Let's welcome my first guest, who spends her time looking after 8 children aged between 2 and 13 years, Marie Buchan. Marie, thank you so much for joining me on Cuppa TV. And what an achievement, first of all, 8 children aged between 13 and 2. So, I mean, that's incredible. Your day must be very long.
It is very long,
yes.
But it's rewarding in a way. You've got to think it is very rewarding. I'm hoping that all my kids don't have 8 children. I've had all their grandkids. Jesus, no.
Must be lovely at Christmas.
Oh, it is. It is. Very expensive though, that's the thing. You have to shop from the start of the year all the way through to the end. That's the only way you can do it.
So Marie, let's start at the very beginning. Let's start how your story, because you've already been in 2 Channel 5 documentaries. Yep. You've been on This Morning, so you've been on various TV programmes. How did that all start for you?
It all started, I contacted the newspaper regarding 10 bus lane fines that I picked up while taking my baby to hospital. Contacted the paper, he's obviously scribbling down a little bit more. Why can't you pay £680, Marie? He's looking around the house, looking at all the pictures. I was unaware. He said, why can't you pay it? I said, I'm under the benefit cap. Oh, a little bit more. How many children do you have? I said, I've got 8. Oh, a little bit more. So there it was, front page news, benefit story. I was struggling on £500 a week benefits, and that's always been my argument, never the bus lane fines. It's always been my argument with obviously the press more than anything, because it was national papers 5 times.
So it started with that 680 bus fine.
That's all it started with,
and then it's obviously escalated
into
from there.
a benefit story,
And how do you feel about that now, Marie?
I feel a bit ashamed and embarrassed, I think, more than anything, because I've been trying my hardest to get on training courses, because my face is known probably within the area more than anything. I can't get a job. Because they said you've either got a lot of hate you've got to deal with or a lot of positive, so you're not going to continue with your work throughout the day. I've constantly tried. Job centre, getting on courses, but they're saying to me, wait till your youngest is 5, then think of work. She's still a baby, but I want to work. And
I mean, let's start with that documentary. What was that for those who haven't seen the documentary?
The first ever documentary, that was regards to large families. So there was obviously another large family on with me. He's now gone out of the media, so I'm still continuing with my say, but how long can I continue for? That's the thing. Probably better stop now and find a job.
Maybe become a TV presenter.
Yes,
there we are.
You never know.
So you would like to work, wouldn't you? That's what you've said before in the past. And what is it that you think that stops you, from having that opportunity? Is there anything that the government do that stop you, or what stops you?
I think it's more the help. There's no help there. I mean, I've constantly been at the job centre and there's no help. They're not willing to take me on with 8 children. They said, yet alone, an employer taking you on, straight away you mention how many children, they're going to probably think, oh, should we go with the person that's got 1 child, or should we give the job to the person that's got the 8? They're going to guarantee they're going to give the person.
So you're almost prejudiced against because
definitely.
You've got the 8 children. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I do.
And I mean, what's the way forward though for you, Marie? How are we, you going to get out of that? Do you feel there is a way forward, perhaps with this new government that have come into power?
Well, I know, I'm aware they're going to cap again, so we are being forced into work, and it's only right. In a way, you can't stay on benefits the rest of your life, and it's not right for the children. They need to see mum working. They need to see mum working.
So it's something you feel quite strongly and passionate about. And do you find obstacles in the way all the time, Marie, with your continuous search for work? Is it obstacle after obstacle?
I'm just getting pushed back constantly. There's nothing available for you, Marie. You just wait until she's in childcare, wait until she's in school. But I'm saying I want to do it now. They're just not happy to help at all.
And what about friends and family, your support group around you? How do they feel about the situation?
Media.
Yeah.
Dead against it.
Yeah.
Most don't even know I'm here today. But I like doing that. I mean, my mum said to me, I said to my mum, I said, oh, this morning you've called me.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, don't do it, Marie. Okay, Mum, I won't. There it was Monday morning. Oh, Marie, you didn't. Yes, I did, Mum. I just had to, didn't I?
And again, why do you like to do it? Is it something you're quite passionate about for your story, or why do you do it?
I think it's just the story. It's the whole, I've known the known face for the benefits now. It's a bad thing, but I want to get away from the benefits and get into work. and then I'll be the face of work, but probably I'll still be slated for that because I'll be coming out of the cap and getting full rent and full council tax, even though I'm paying rent now.
So at the moment, yeah, tell us your situation, if that's okay.
Under the benefit cap, I'm entitled to 50p housing benefit, so I'm currently paying 137 a week, housing benefit, the rent. I did fall behind on my rent yet again, which many do. Obviously, I'm paying for the car, which is classed as a luxury when you're on benefits. I'm paying for catalogues, and then birthdays are coming and going. Christmas is coming up soon, so it's like I'll forget my rent, but you can't take the risk.
So I imagine, do you have to sort of portion your money out to make sure that everything's covered?
Yeah.
And is that difficult? For, you know,
it's when at the end of the month I go bulk shopping, I call it. I mean, Channel 5, they did the bulk shop with me. They had a headache. So I buy like about 8 bags of rice, 6 boxes of washing powder, and like meat, everything like that. I cook by bulk.
And I mean, people just don't realise having 8, children. I mean, what your shopping bills must be enormous.
It is.
Would you say that's one of your largest bills that
Definitely.
you have, the food?
Yeah, definitely.
So what's a typical sort of day? How much food do you get rid of in your house a day?
Oh, God.
Do you consume? Is it a lot? How many loaves of bread, for instance?
We have 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah.
It's morning and evening as well. They have the toast, so a loaf of bread there, so 2 a day.
So I mean, just a loaf of bread, it can be expensive.
It is.
So
milk as well. Yes, I should just buy a cow.
Put it in the garden.
Yes.
I mean, but when your children see you trying, to go to work, how do you think it affects your children, Marie? Especially the eldest, presumably.
I think
the
the eldest
children.
is struggling because there's a lot more, obviously, her age group at school, and that seeing your mum on telly again last night, your mum's in the paper. So in a way, I do want to get away from it, in a way I don't. So with all the documentaries I did, this morning they asked me to take the children on there. I said no more children. If anything, I'm the only person that needs to speak.
Because I mean, 13, that's an age, isn't it? A teenager, so they'll be aware of what's going on in the media. But if you continue to do what you want to do,
that's it.
That presumably will benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you feel? Are you going to be able to find a job, Marie?
I mean, there's advice.
Have you still got hope?
I've got hope. I'll just keep going on and on and on.
There's
the job centre has even got an actual chair for me and a coffee machine.
Yeah. And what would you like to do?
I'm thinking basic, but a lot of people are saying aim a bit higher, so I'm thinking just cleaning, working in a shop, on the shop floor, auxiliary nursing. I wanted to do that. That's where I went to the interview, passed the training, but then they said, you've got little one with you, we can't take you on, there's no childcare cost. The government won't fund it because she's too young.
And what about training? Would you like to do, some more education to enable you to get perhaps a better job?
September, I'm aiming to go back to college.
And do they fund that?
The government fund that, yeah.
And what will you be studying?
I was going to do hair and nails. It's just something, I've got to do something.
What's your passion, though? What would you really like to do?
Mechanics.
If you could do anything.
I said that in my first documentary, mechanics.
Yeah.
And the whole world laughed at me.
Oh, that's what you did, yes, you did say that. I saw that. I mean, why couldn't you do that? Do you not feel that you could do a course?
I've been asking a lot of companies if they're willing to take me on as training, but they're not willing to take a female. But then should I prove them wrong?
I think
so
you
I
should.
can actually change a will.
Yeah.
And know where the oil is.
But if it's something that interests you, then maybe you can pursue that. I would think, and maybe But is it difficult? Is it difficult just because you've got the children? Is that what you're saying? They say
I think they come first. I mean, even this morning was just a big nightmare. The second youngest refused to go into nursery. It's like, right, you've got to come with me. I mean, I don't know how a lot of parents do. Mums going back to work, having children at home, how they do it. No matter how many, how do they do it? Because kids come first, but then you've got to get into work.
And when does your day start? What's your typical
Probably
day?
around 5:30 in the morning.
And then what happens? Take us through a day.
5:30 in the morning, I'm constantly calling the children around 6:15 to get them up for school. You guarantee they don't wake up till about 7:30.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm usually there with the pan and the spoon. Like, Mum, just stop it. It's all right. Get up. Taking me to school, it's a big mad rush, and then it's constantly appointments here and there with the children, hospital appointments, myself, housing. It's just things like I want something more than that. It's just the same old routine. Pick them up from school, the dinner's ready, and then they have a quick argument. And then it's like, right, get back to bed.
But that's a full-time job, though.
It's mentally draining. Some days it is.
Full credit to you to have 8 children.
It is mentally draining.
And do you find, what's the hardest time of the day for you?
Night time. because I've still got the 3 youngest in the bed with me. They refuse to leave my side. So I'm constantly waking up. One will wake up, Mum, I need to lie by you. No, you don't. I need to touch your armpit. No, you don't. Then the other one, Mum, I'm like, oh, God, Jesus, just let me have a sleep.
Yes.
Oh, Irish, sorry.
The Irish come out there.
Irish.
Nothing wrong with the Irish. And when you know, what's your dream? If your dream day away for your children, what would you do?
What would I do? Oh,
Just
God.
have a rest. What would you
Probably
like
a
to
spa.
do?
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably won't fit in there because I talk too much. But like, shh. Just work in a library. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's it. And what about your passions when you are at home? I mean, do you have any hobbies that you do at home?
I do the arts and crafts. I make the blankets, the baby blankets, them clip things that you put on this kids' school bag.
Oh, yes, I know, yes.
Just things like that. I've also got the equipment for the acrylic nails.
Yes.
So I even get the older girls doing that. They love doing it. They absolutely love doing it.
Yeah.
I say, Mum, get a job in that. Yeah, I will.
So that's what you're going to hopefully go and start training in
but
September.
I still,
But you
It's
still
not
love
my
mechanics.
sort of thing, but I just mechanics, yeah. A bit of a difference.
So, yeah.
Hair and beauty and getting down and dirty with the oil.
Yes, I was going to say you're going to get very dirty with all of that. But if you could choose, mechanics would be the one that you would
Definitely, because I mean, there's a lot of hair and beauty around, but mechanics, everybody needs a mechanic.
Fantastic.
And I'm the one.
Well, Marie, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on Cuppa TV, and come back and tell us again perhaps how you're getting on. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're just going to take a quick break now, but come back and join us again in just a minute. Welcome back to Cuppa TV. My next guest is Amy Pugh, a young singer-songwriter who joins us today for our very first television interview and sings her new single, Butterfly. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me on Cuppa TV.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to see you here. So, Amy, let's start right at the very beginning. How old were you when you first started writing your songs?
I was probably aged 12, 13. My dad sort of brought me into music when I was really young, very young age. And it's about then that I started figuring out how to play the guitar and putting words together and trying to...
Going from there, really. And was the guitar the first instrument that you picked up to play?
Piano was my first, but I'm not overly good on the piano. And my dad used to play guitar along with my brother, and I never used to be able to play guitar until they went on holiday and left it in my possession.
And that's it. So self-taught then?
Yes, well, yeah.
And is that when you're writing, do you use your guitar to help you write your lyrics?
Yeah, gosh, yeah. I usually make up the riff first and then the lyrics come afterwards.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And when you're writing, what do you do, Amy? Do you take yourself off and come back? What do you do?
I do usually. I mean, sometimes you'll always get stuck on certain aspects of the song. So if you leave it for a while and come back, it's completely, you see it in a different light. And then, I usually, keep myself in a quiet environment, and then it all seems to come together.
And you've just started off. I mean, it's your first television interview.
Yeah.
So, how are you feeling about everything that's happening to you at the moment?
It's amazing. I mean, it's quite nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it's my dream, so it's enjoying every moment of it.
And how did you get discovered?
Well...
Oh, there's a story.
I currently work in a bar at the moment, and it was last summer. They asked me to do a music festival type thing outside the back, and my manager, Gary, kind of... didn't know him at the time, sat outside watching me for ages, and I could see him looking at me. I kept playing. Anyway, went inside to go and get a drink, and that's when he approached me, and ever since then he's brought me a long way, given me really good opportunities.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah.
And we'll come to your single, because you're going to play it for us later, which will be wonderful. But when you're writing, and what inspires you, Amy? What sort of things are you thinking about?
I don't know myself, really. It's stuff... I always write about meanings and statements that mean something to me and in my life. And so when I write stuff, I like to share that with everyone else. So, I'm always thinking about positive things, future. As I say, it's life experiences. So if I can put that in a song and reach out to other people, and if they enjoy it, then... And
did you think you'd be doing this, Amy? Was it something you had planned in your
when
life's
I was
great plan?
Young, yeah, I always wanted to be singing. And then as I grew up, I thought it's actually quite a big industry. I don't know how I'm going to get my head around it, but... Luckily enough, I believe in fate, and that's why Gary came across me. Very lucky. And
presumably you've got a supportive family and friends around you that support you?
Brilliant, yeah. I've got a really good support system. Obviously my brother and my dad, who are musicians as well, so they're very supportive.
And what do they do? What do they do?
My dad, as a hobby, they sing and write music. So when we get together, it's good fun. I learn a lot of them.
There's a jam going on.
There's
I should imagine.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that?
I love
working?
It. That's my favourite time. I look forward to stuff like that, especially when it's off the cuff. You can sit there and you can all bounce off each other. It's
Would you like to be involved in a band, or are you happy to be a solo artist?
I'm quite eager to try new things anyway, but I'm more about songwriting and playing guitar with me, but if anybody ever wants to join in, it's always a little bit more fun.
And who inspires you as an artist? Are there people that you look to when you're writing, or just people that you admire?
Eva Cassidy probably was my first when I was young. She was my first ever idol, and I just fell in love with her voice. So yeah.
And what else do you do? Obviously, you're singing, you're songwriting, but what are you doing? Are you doing any tours? Are you going to be thinking about that for the future?
Well, yeah, we're thinking about it. Hopefully start off in Ireland. Got a few things lined up for then. A few collaborations with a singer in Australia, which I can't really mention too much about.
But come back and tell us on Cuppa TV.
That's on the cards for the near future. So, there's lots to look forward to. We've got a 4-song download EP that we're going to be creating, which we're doing at the moment, and some music videos as well to go with it.
So there's lots of exciting things.
Yeah.
So what's the best part for you, Amy? Because this is a brand new adventure for you. What's the best part?
I just love to sing. I just love to sing. That's the best part. But it's just lovely to meet new people and do stuff like this. It's a really good experience, and I've never done anything like this before. So.
And is there things about it you've already started to realise? Is there any negative side that you're looking at or you've seen?
No, I've never had a negative vibe with it, really. I think positive, and it'll move you forward. So just keep positive, and you can't really go wrong.
That's it.
So they say.
So you've written this song, obviously Butterfly, which you're going to play for us, but have you written anything else?
Yep, I've written quite a few songs, but this is my most recent and finished song, so it's ready to go.
And tell us about this song. How did this song come about?
I was about 14 when I first started writing it, and it's one of those songs that I put to the back of the book. Didn't think about it much, and then obviously now I've got the opportunities to sit and write with people, and my manager's an amazing songwriter, and luckily we worked on it together and brought it to life, really. So.
And what is it about, a butterfly?
It's just about life, really. Just my sort of,
your feelings
through.
on life.
Yeah,
That's right. You're very young. So how do you see your future panning out, Amy?
Well, hopefully I'd be a successful singer and songwriter. That would be my dream. But anything with music, as long as I'm singing, that'd be great.
That'd be great. And would you play here in the West Midlands?
Yep. I'd love to play everywhere.
That's it. We'll come and see you for sure.
Oh, brilliant.
And are you building up a fan base at the moment?
Yep, I'm on Facebook, Amy Pugh Official. That's getting quite big. We've just launched that, so that's getting out there at the moment. And lots of other things to follow, so there'll all be links on there. So.
And are you surprised by that, Amy? How has that affected you?
Yeah, I was a little bit.
'Cause it must be a bit nerve-wracking initially to see all these people liking you and they don't actually know you. Do you find that strange?
It is a little bit strange, but at the same time, it's really nice, and I just look at it as such a positive vibe. So yeah, no, it's very nice. I'm very lucky, and thank you to everybody that's liked it already.
No, it's fantastic. When you're at the O2, just remember you're on Cuppa TV first.
I sure will.
And presumably all your family and friends obviously will come to your first ever concert.
They're usually there most of the time, so yeah, they'll be there. I'm pretty sure they will be.
And where your hometown? Your hometown is
Bishop's Castle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you got connections there, would you go back there and do something there for them?
Oh, definitely. I mean, they have loads of little local festivals that go on as well, which is really good. It's a really nice place to live. So.
And the music scene's very, it's very big here in the West Midlands. So
it is.
You're in the right place, aren't you, for all the gigs and venues that you could possibly
Very much
do.
so. Very much
Is there
so.
one place you'd like to do? You'd like to hold a concert?
There's loads of places, as long as there's a stage. And I'll sing absolutely anywhere.
You'll sing anything. Excellent. Well, listen, you're going to play us the song, but before that, we're going to have to leave it there for today. But I'd like to thank Marie and Amy for being my guests today, and thank you at home for watching. Please do get in touch. You can email the show or join us again on Facebook or Twitter at Big Centre TV. And remember, if you would like to catch up with any of the shows, you can go to our YouTube channel, and don't forget, we're now on Virgin Media 159. Bye for now. Over to you.
Thank you. back to my inspiration. Whoa, lay me down tonight by the firelight. Everything will be alright. Fly, fly, fly me away. Fly, fly, fly me away. Ooh. Loneliness is out to touch your soul. Underneath the stars, I feel so small. Like the butterfly, it's gone too soon. So I sit and I throw stones.